Greetings, this is Paul, your Pacific Northwest trail guide. I want to help you pick your next trail to explore, so let's check this one out. A loop of trails near Cape Horn allows you to tour a series of dramatic viewpoints in the Columbia River Gorge. Pioneer Point offers a short, engaging hike destination for an in and out option on this trail system. This hike will take you up about 800 feet of elevation up to the viewpoint for a total length of 2.8 miles there and back. The Salmon Falls Public Transit Park and Ride offers a great place to park for this hike. Although it is a park and ride, it also has extensive info about the full trail loop and other viewpoints in the area, as you would expect at a popular trailhead. You might think about bringing along some binoculars to better spot landmarks across the Columbia Gorge. The unique location of this trailhead also offers the rare opportunity to take public transit to get there on non-holiday weekdays. Heading east from Vancouver past Washougal, continue on Washington Highway 14 past the Cape Horn viewpoint, and soon after you'll reach Salmon Falls Road. Turn left onto Salmon Falls Road and immediately find the trailhead parking on the right, just off the highway. The trail heads off towards Salmon Falls Road near a group of informational signs. Cross the road and soon after we head up to the right on the upper trail. After heading to the right at the fork to head to the upper part of the Cape Horn Trail, we'll be heading up several switchbacks to get on top of the gorge bluffs. Then the ascent gets a little less steep as we make our way across the ridge, passing a turnoff for a horse trail. Finally, we'll pass a smaller viewpoint before reaching Pioneer Point. You'll approach a marshy creek and cross a short bridge before getting underway on climbing that 800 feet of ascent. Some giant rock steps help you ascend as the trail slowly ramps up. Most of this first mile takes you through a maple and alder forest, which is pretty exposed when the canopy of leaves is not out yet. After making it through a steep set of switchbacks, the trail approaches a spot where you can look out over Salmon Falls Road before turning back and heading west. The forest begins to transition over to conifers as you approach the ridgeline. Then, when you finally reach it, you approach a corridor of high voltage power lines. This wide open space affords you a view out to the north to Silver Star Mountain and surrounding landmarks. After the trail heads away from the power corridor, you finally begin your approach to Pioneer Point over the last quarter mile. A sign marks the split where a horse trail goes off to the right to avoid the cliff edge, and we continue straight. The smaller viewpoint is here at the end of this stretch. It has a similar view to Pioneer Point, but has less space and is more sheltered. The trail continues to the right along the cliff edge, a short way to Pioneer Point. A gnarled old tree stump marks this open viewpoint on a cliffside where you can get a clear view up and down the river. If it's clear enough out, you should be able to spot the thin forms of Multnomah Falls, Joaquina Falls, and even more, across and upriver. After getting your fill of the views, our return route awaits. You may choose to explore a bit farther, but otherwise we simply follow Cape Horn Trail back the way we came. We continue along the cliff edge, passing the various side trails. Soon you'll find yourself emerging back into the deciduous forest and heading back to those switchbacks. This is a good short hike to get a taste of the Cape Horn Trail. But if you come back in the open season of July 16th through January 31st, you can explore a longer loop hike in the area. The terrain on this trail gets a rating of 2 rocks. The trail is normally in good shape with nothing difficult to tangle with, just some steep rocky and rooty trail in areas, and cliffs to be careful of. Not much to note for elements on this one. The hike is a pretty short one, but the ascent is decent, and you might make you feel like you did a longer one. That's all for this edition of Pacific Northwest Trail Guide. I hope I have or will soon help you pick your next trail to explore. I scouted this trail in March of 2024, but trails are always evolving. If you pick this trail and encounter any changes people might like to know about, please help out your fellow explorers by sharing in the comments on this video. I've shown some of the beautiful sights of this trail in what feeble capacity video can render. A picture may be worth 1,000 words, but an experience with all of your senses cannot even be conveyed in pictures or video, so don't take my word for it. Get out there and see it for yourself.